Causes love doesn't exist.
Episode 46. I pretended to be fine in front of the two of them. Eunhye's words, asking why I married Ijun Appa and did this, still resonate in my heart. At first, I didn't want to admit what the monk said, that the seat next to Ijun Appa was for Eunhye. I convinced myself that Gwihyeon Appa would come to his senses and reveal his relationship with Eunhye. And that I didn't want him to die like I did in my previous life, so I tried hard to marry Ijun Appa. I want to prove that there is no destiny that is determined like that, and I want to show that life cannot be influenced by things like that. But actually, even for that reason, I want to be on Ijun Appa's side. Even if you hate me now, I believe that one day you can believe my words and resolve this misunderstanding. But
I'm free to sleep with as many other women as I want, but if possible, you want me to meet women on my level, and at the very least, don't let rumors spread, right?
His coldness and hatred towards me hurt more than I could have imagined. Should I give up on Ijun Appa? I'm the only one who doesn't know that it's too late to turn back.
But what is Assistant Manager Kim doing here looking like that?
I contacted you, but you didn't answer. Because I was worried, I went inside even though I knew it would be rude.
How do you know the password?
Previously, Gwihyeon. No, the director told me to be on guard in case of an emergency.
Do you often visit this house dressed like that in emergencies?
You said something very cruel to me, who rushed to the point of running without having time to wear clothes. I didn't know that I was Kim Dong-hun's great-grandson all my life. It wasn't Choi Siyeon, who was supposed to grow up full of love from the director's family when she was little, but me. But even the position to be next to the director was also taken by Choi Siyeon. Have you ever thought about my position as someone who lost everything because of a fake?
Assistant Manager Kim.
Yes, director.
Go out. Why could this happen? I received an urgent call from Professor Kim early this morning.
I know I have no shame, but could you immediately contact a doctor you know? Mother's current situation.
With an alarmingly trembling voice, I immediately called my personal doctor to the house and took a taxi to Hanam-dong. I am here. Are you okay?
Mother, Ijun has come.
The grandmother, who looked thin, was lying on the bed, shedding tears.
Oh my, please help me wake up.
Yes, Mom.
I sympathize with Professor Kim and his wife, who found their daughter after 25 years. I knew that the two families, who had maintained close friendship for generations, had been torn apart because of my marriage.
Ijun. How could the president do this? Why does Eunhye have to be so pathetic? Just thinking about it makes my heart break into pieces because of this injustice and anger.
I can't pretend not to know the pain and sadness of the people who have been like family to me since I was little.
No matter how enchanted he was by the cruel girl's sweet words, how could he throw away the long-standing promise of these two families? Siyeon knows everything. They fooled us by talking to his biological parents. Surprisingly, he's been talking about living on his own since he was in middle school, and before we knew it.
Auntie's condition didn't look good because her breathing was shaking.
Ijun, I know you dislike this wedding more than anyone else. So, for the sake of your life, I think it's better to wait and see the situation for a while rather than rushing to register your marriage.
In the end, Professor Kim joined in.
I also have to be able to do something for my daughter.
The whole family took turns holding me and complaining. After going through all the chaos from dawn to morning, I just returned home, took a shower, and fell asleep like I passed out.
He just fell asleep?
I'll check it myself, so get out of the way.
This voice. Unexpectedly, the girl who was supposed to be in Samseong-dong was standing with assistant manager Kim in that strange outfit.
If you need a woman, find a woman who won't be a bother if rumors spread about her. If it's difficult, at least try to meet in a place where people can't see you.
When I recalled the words he said to me before, a feeling that couldn't be expressed in words emerged in my heart.
Exactly right. And let's make sure those terms are fair for both parties.
You even imitated the wives of chaebol families, which I've seen before, by saying that legally married couples must maintain their business relationships and personal lives.
And lastly, please use contraception.
Until the end, her facial expression did not change and she left while talking about contraceptives. Ha! Damn! I wanted Choi Siyeon to raise her hands and surrender to me, so I held Kim Eunhye standing in the living room of my house like that. But when I think about it, since we met again, he never said to me that he was sorry or that he was wrong. He didn't even say a word of regret, or longing, or anything like that. Without conscience, he maintained the same attitude, that he would reveal his heart shamelessly rather than lie. But why me? And occasionally after an accident experienced by Hyung. Ijun, I feel sorry for you. There are times when Hyung's voice sounds like an auditory hallucination in my ears. Why don't you just be honest, Jong Ijun? Then, without missing a beat, an eerie voice followed behind as if it had been waiting for me. Have you ever thought for a moment that you don't want your brother to wake up like this? Can you assure me that when you heard about Gwihyeon's accident, Siyeon didn't cross your mind? Do you really want to run away? Can you swear that you didn't feel the least bit happy when you saw Siyeon next to you? Since childhood, I never wanted anything that belonged to my older brother. Choice is a right only given to my older brother, but I still don't complain about it. I was always given what was left, but I never asked first. I was never greedy to ask for the same. Because it's a natural thing to do. Until I met that kid Kim Siyeon. This was the first time I saw a girl my age in a main house filled with adults, and it was the first time I saw a girl with a face as white as flour in a neighborhood full of delinquent children.
Ijun, I don't know how many times I called you. It seems like you are busy doing something.
Auntie, who is that girl over there?
Ah, you mean Professor Kim's daughter Siyeon?
Siyeon.
Siyeon is beautiful, but Ijun can't like her.
Why is that?
The girl who really caught my attention.
When Siyeon grows up, she will be Gwihyeon's bride.
Welcome, Siyeon.
He said it already belonged to his brother.
You've come hard. Let's rest.
Young. Gwihyeon Appa.
For the first time in my life, I felt feelings akin to disappointment, hatred, and anger. Even though I knew that she would be the bride for my brother in the future, I still hung around her and waited for every opportunity to talk to her.
Hi.
However, the shy child was always in her father's arms, so it was difficult for me to take advantage of this opportunity. Then I happened to get the chance to talk to her alone, so I greeted him for the first time.
Hey, I just said hi.
I was annoyed because he was even more shy in front of me than in front of other people. And he pretended not to know me even though I tried to talk to her several times.
Gosh. Ah.
I took the handkerchief that the child was holding preciously and ran away. After that, Hyung came because of the handkerchief.
I know everything. Jong Ijun, give me the handkerchief. Do not want. Why did Hyung come looking for her? Tell her to come and get it herself. I've come to get mine. Hyung's? What does it mean? Just as the child was mine from the moment he was born, so the handkerchief is also mine. Ijun.
At that time, for the first time, I had strong opposition towards my older brother.